I kind of want to talk about revamping, whether it's revamping your home, revamping your social life, your surroundings, just revamping in general. Sorry about the background. I mean, I'm a mom. What can I say? Um, some people have been through some like really, really traumatic times in their life, and they think that they're not going to be able to bounce back, and they're forever damaged, and that's not true. It's not true at all. It's what I like to call a warrior mark. It's a scar you can tell a story about. You can reach out to other people and, show them that you're going to be okay, kind of like what I'm doing right here. Um, I've had a major loss recently. I'm not ready to talk about it. Um, but sorry guys, give me a sec. I warned everyone I was going to be completely real on here, completely unedited, emotions and all. But I've always had this way of rechanneling and bouncing back in a positive way. I don't know how, but I do. Sorry, guys. But with this loss that I had, I decided I needed to get rid of everything old, everything old around me. I had too much crap, too much clutter, too much everything, too much emotion, too much junk in my house. I was hanging on to far too much. So if you remember my last video, I know this is super lame, but I had dark purple curtains, and now I don't. I had some new curtains that were gifted to me, and this is just a really stupid example of what changing one thing can actually do to change a surrounding, to enlighten it, to brighten it. And it's exactly what I did. My home needed to be brightened. Everything, I needed to change something, and I did something as little as changing my curtains, and that's not all I'm changing. I'm literally redoing my entire house. I'm redoing my daughter's room and stuff. I'm redoing her toys. I'm doing it little by little. I'm completely changing everything. I'm completely changing my attitude, my look on life. I have to say my loss has seriously changed who I am. I don't hang on to hard feelings anymore. I don't hang on to just anything that would go with it. So if you're going through something difficult, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take a moment and just sit back, reevaluate everything around you, your mental set. Like, how are you thinking? How are you going to let this impact you? Don't let it impact you negatively, please. You don't know me. Some of you do know me, but if you're watching this and I don't know you, and I'm asking you, stop thinking the way you are. Because believe me, if you knew my story, if you knew just a fraction, and I can't even say that strong enough, a fraction of what I've been through and things that have been done to me, if you look at me now, you'd be like, holy fuck. How? What did you do? I let go. I was like, the famous Disney slogan was like, Elsa, just let it fucking go. No joke. So just reevaluate the people around you. I mean, really, are they worth it? Were they there for you during your hard times? Did they give you your shoulder to cry on? Have they called you and checked up on you? Probably not. If you're feeling the way that you do, probably not. And trust me, bitch, you need to get rid of that person. Or dude. I don't know. Just because your family's your family doesn't mean that, like, they're there for you 100%. I mean, believe me. I don't have much family myself, and that's okay with me. But what family I do have has shown me how a family's supposed to act. How a family's supposed to love each other. How a family's supposed to be there. This, like, last year, I am admitting this on the freaking web, the internet. I had no idea how to really be an adult. I knew what I knew. I knew what I was taught, and I knew what I was shown. People learn by example. And I was never really shown how families get through hard times. I really wasn't. Um, Never really had family there for me until, again, had something very horrible happen to me about 2 years ago, and um, that I'll open up about into another segment because that one will be specifically for women. But like let's check your mental status. Like, how are you feeling? Are you angry? What are you angry at? Are you angry at the person who hurt you, or are you angry at the fact that you let that happen to you? Are you angry because you are letting that drag you down? Are you angry because you're letting that little weight or whatever happened to you define you? No, no, don't let that define you. Believe me, ain't worth it. How are you feeling emotionally? Like, are you okay? Seriously, ask yourself if you're okay. I mean, go get counseling. It's cool. I've been through emotional trauma counseling myself. I'm not crazy. As I say that with crazy eyes, but really, like, I'm not crazy. I have no mental illness. I've been hurt. I've been hurt, and I've had to learn how to defend myself. And I don't want you to be like that either. I really don't, because it's not healthy. I missed out on so much because I held on to that anger within, and I held on to those grudges. Trust me, it's not worth it. Do not let it define you. Why don't you just revamp it a little bit? Like, look in that mirror, do what you gotta do. Tell yourself how gorgeous you are. I mean, you might feel crazy talking to yourself in the mirror, but I mean, who's watching? Yourself? I mean, there's a whole lot to revamping. You got to change the way you look at things. You got to change the way you feel, and that can be hard. It can be really hard, but trust me, like I said, if you knew a fraction of the things that I've been through and stuff that have been done to me, you'd look at me like, what the hell? How? Like, but it's really not hard. So this is just a little intro to I'm gonna do a string of videos on revamping. So I'm just doing a little intro here. I know I just did an intro before, but that was more like just a welcome. But this is just an intro to the storylines and a few segments I want to talk about. I want you to come join me with this. I'm gonna do like some fun things, as you see. No dark purple curtains. Brightening things up. No more sadness. It's gonna be okay. Just seriously, I promise you. Send me an email. You really honestly want me to focus on something specifically with my revamp episodes. I'm going to try and do this in about 4 segments. But let's start with an emotional revamp here. I've already asked a few times already, how do you feel? Where are you at? What's happened to you? Is it worth it? Like, be like Elsa. That bitch knew what's up. She took off. She rebuilt her empire. That castle is gorgeous. Let's not lie here. Even though she did it out of anger, look, that's a great example of how hard feelings and anger can just bloom into something gorgeous. But if you follow the storyline, be very careful when you do it. Make sure it doesn't destruct beneath your feet. Make sure you're not doing it out of vengeance. Make sure that you're not changing your surroundings with negative intentions. You want to do it positive. Just be really careful. Disney knew what's up when they wrote that story, let me tell you. I don't know why I'm referring to Elsa here, but hey, she's got the greatest slogan, let it go. And if it was not rated G, let it fucking go. Like, seriously. I don't know. I hope you're okay. I really do. Whoever's whoever's watching this, who needs to hear it, I hope you're okay. Believe me. It's going to be okay. In the next several segments of my revamp focus, I'm going to be opening up about some really painful things. I'm going to be talking about my major loss. I'm going to be talking about a lot, and I want you guys to be ready for it. So just be ready. Emotions are real here. I promised you no editing, completely raw. I wasn't going to cut, snip, nothing, add anything in. But I just want to reach out to you. Or you. I mean, like, let's raise your hands. Who's been wronged? Me. Who hasn't been wronged? Who hasn't had their heart completely broken? Me. Raise your hand if you have to, but believe me, it gets better. It gets better. It just teaches you to love that much more deeper and do with that much more of a thankful heart. Okay? But this was just an intro. I'm hoping later this week I can break this whole revamp project down into a few more videos and start focusing on specific topics. But Sunday, if you look on a calendar, it's the beginning of the week. Let's look at this as the beginning of a new era for you. Sundays are your rest days, so like just sit back. Ask yourself these questions. Where are you emotionally? Where are you mentally? What does your physical surroundings look like? Like your home. Like clearly I have a kid. Actually, she's a toddler. But I mean, my home's kid's home. This ain't my home. This is her home. Period. So whatever my house looks like or whatever you see in the background, I'm sorry. This is her home, not mine. I just provide it for her because I'm her mom. I'm her trusted adult. And I am her teacher. And everything I'm teaching you on here about revamping, I'll be teaching my daughter as she grows up. That hard times are okay. But in the meantime, between now and my next segment that comes up, I want you to, again, as I reiterated, think about your mental state. Think about what happened to you that hurt you, how you're hurt, that got you thinking the way that you're thinking right now and feeling, especially feeling the way you feel, because emotions are very powerful. Too many people act upon emotions without taking that step back. As my uncle loves to say, think it through before you do it. Pretty sure I said that wrong, but who cares? It's a great slogan, though. I also want you to think about your surroundings. What can you do to change it? Like, let's get real. Real talk. Let's be real. But I want you to know, if your heart's broken, if somebody's wronged you, if you've had a great loss, if you're angry about something, you're irritated, but you don't know if you're mad or irritated, that's cool. That's normal. And I want you to do yourself a favor. Go find some counseling. I'm your everyday single mommy over here. I work 5 days a week. I'm actually getting ready to go back to school. An everyday girl here, and I can sit here and tell you I've done some therapy. I've done emotional therapy for the things I've been through, and I want you to do the same thing. Challenge yourself. Here, write down a piece of paper. 10 things. I want you to write down 10 things. Where are you today in your life? Where are you today? What things have you accomplished? Are you happy? Okay. Number 2, I want you to ask yourself, who is in your life that is benefiting you? I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about materialistic bullshit. I'm talking about the sentimental friendship, the emotional and mental support, trust. Who's around you that's giving you that? If they ain't there, if they ain't providing you that, what the fuck's the point of having them around? I mean, like, seriously. I've got maybe 2 friends in my life, and I wish I spent more time with them, but 2 friends.